following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
I get that, it's been one of those weeks. I mean, I've been sick pretty much since.
This is a great week. On holiday for 2 weeks, so I don't give a fuck.
You gotta realise I just spent a day basically torturing River while Thomas Drake watched. That was me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, fuck.
I'm looking forward to when those go up, so I can apparently not listen to them at all.
What do you mean when they go up? They're never going up, Ken. It's never over.
But yes, you three and your guests are on approach of Thessia.
Sat me down, talk to me, look me straight in the eye. Those words he said to me were, "You're no son of mine."
Am I still piloting at this point? I think it's like,
Well, you've done really well so far. I see no reason to stop you.
okay, so as we come out of the relay, it'll probably be like scan and then almost plots because the capital world, so the traffic's going to be fucking phenomenal.
I'm already looking at my command station where Trish is already doing the scan because she does every time we go out there.
Approaching Thessia. ETA 10 minutes.
Are we announcing? Have we been told we need to come somewhere?
I'll take care of this one.
Thank you.
That's the control. This is Commander Logain Centurious aboard IKS Sentinel requesting vector for approach and docking.
Request granted. Welcome to Thessia. Sending you coordinates now.
Thank you, Control.
Receiving telemetry now.
God, they better be. I'm just going to do a quick visual double check to make sure they're not sending us into the sun.
Yeah, no.
Because I would.
And Rosa will be starting to fly the ship in, but actually doing like the sightseeing, roll the ship over so we can get a look at that.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, especially since there'll be a lot of ship designs she hasn't seen before, so it's like...
A lot of Asari ones, yeah.
By the way, has anyone else noticed that the Asari Systems logo looks exactly like a thigh gap?
I wondered if I was going to...
Just saying.
I wonder if it's deliberate.
Of course it is!
This is why it's perfectly okay for them to custard wrestle. It's like normal for them.
It's a national sport.
It's a national
There's a whole
sport.
world, you know, custard world.
Custard world!
That sounds like the perfect world.
Yeah, they played Custer's Revenge and were bitterly disappointed. Although it was about sex, so that's fine. Don't play Custer's Revenge, Brendan. It's literally a game about rape.
Okay.
It's enough for you to get cancelled.
I mean, it was a C64 game or a Spectrum game. One of them, I can't remember which.
I think it proliferated to both.
Yeah, I think it was one of those...
I know there was an Amiga version, but I don't know if it was legit or if it was like a...
It must have been a port later, because it came out before the Amiga was a thing.
Oh, yep. We've not
It was an 8-bit.
We've not set it to butt.
It's not.
Is that set to butt? Who can show me? Put light on it
now.
Circle now. Now it's on butt. Now it's on circle
Yep.
because I've got to rack it both ways.
Oh, yeah, because we're on circle and circle.
Yeah, we were on stereo mode because I recorded Black Knight in stereo,
Oh,
so you
that
get
makes
it.
sense.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, because you get much less echoey reflection, and then one person's on one side of the speakers and the other person's on the other. It's a little bit cool. You love it. You love it. Say you love it.
I love it.
There we go. Now watch JoJo's Bizarre
Watch JoJo's what?
I mean, when you're done with your Rick and Morty. And I'm not saying you're going to need it for the next season of Earth 60, but you're totally going to need it.
Oh no!
You're totally...
Possibly D&D as well, right?
No.
No, okay.
I mean, oh wait, yeah, Pillarman, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
I'm-
just to get the references, you won't need it. Ah, the horse shirt I got him for losing.
I am a whore.
Malia will pipe up. She will have her Omni tour going, and she will pipe up. It's like, oh well, they've cancelled the rest of the Bioliball games for the week.
That's not surprising.
Oh, okay. Apparently you're back there with them. God, I'm hitting them up here.
No, because I was back there with the whole trip. Because I was, remember, I was
No, that's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
trying to see
Mind
what's
babies,
bluffing.
yes.
Listen, Paragon.
With all of them out there.
Yes, mind babies.
Yeah, they're only going to count the first game of the round, and then make it up at the end of the season with some extra games.
Still not going to be the same, though, is it?
It'll be weird because we'll have. Okay, it was the Swallows and the Vixens, so big deal. But they'll each both have an extra game on the scoreboard all the way up until the end of the season.
That's going to make calculating the odds hard. Ah, it's so sad.
It might skew everything even more. But
And apparently they're already scouting for a replacement for.
Oof! They're already scouting. Shouldn't they have already had one in play for the possibility that if the court case went wrong?
It's possible they might have spent their salary cap and they don't have a specific cover that's frontline material, so now they've gotten an exemption.
That might also be why she was getting off with so much shit, because,
Because we literally can't find what is she, a point guard?
Wing defense.
Wing defense?
Wing defense.
We literally can't find a wing defense of that caliber, so we've got to keep her happy. And now she's shot. She's shot.
She should, however, be out of the hospital in the next couple of days.
How bad was the injury in the end?
Not too bad. No vital organs hit.
It was at least it was a clean through and through. It was one advantage.
Yeah. She should only be out for about a month, and then she should be back.
Yeah, but that's still enough time to rattle a team.
I know. I think it'll make us stronger.
I hope so.
So, you got your speech written yet?
Yeah, Logan's written me a speech. I'm not good at presenting or deciding or writing speeches. So yes, it's written. I had to change a couple of little things, just small things.
Have you told them?
No, but it's more.
It's going to ruin the secret code.
It's more of the sorry side of it, as opposed to
Oh, you adapted it more to our people than...
yes.
Makes sense. You wouldn't have had much time to practice, though.
None.
Maybe you should have done that with the 3 hours it took
Too
to
busy
get you.
having playing My Babies.
Well, you know, priorities, Taylor.
Mind Babies.
We're going to be arriving at almost, based on this, looks like close to 1200 this year, so you're going to have a whole afternoon.
Yes. That's if we don't have to, if depending on what we're doing, Mum flies in and
Oh, sure, of course you want to catch up with any other family members and friends who show up.
that's the one. I mean, you haven't met them all yet.
No, that's true.
Yes, you haven't met Mum yet. Well, I can't exactly take her home to Dad.
Yeah, actually you can. They do have visitation in prison, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust Dad not to try and change her mind. So we don't know what the power is. Anyway. Yeah, so I don't know what the whole itinerary is, what the idea, what's going on actually. All we know is we've got to be here at this time, and that's about it.
Have we received an itinerary?
I have not received an itinerary.
It seems like something we would have got.
I'm not saying a word.
I haven't either.
No.
I haven't asked for one because I
Assumed that I should be guessing on.
I mean, I don't really care. This is a Tiala thing.
This is
Look. We know what we gotta do. Huh? Tink.
Anyway,
Done. Problem solved.
anyway, Rover, this will be your first time to the capital of the Asari.
Yes'm.
Sure is a big blue ball, isn't it? Almost feels like there should be two of them.
Actually, actual result. The op wasn't on Thessia, was it?
Asteria.
Yes, yeah, it was definitely. Look at the traffic. It even makes the Citadel look like it's.
Well, the Citadel, this so big as it is still smaller than a planet.
Yeah.
Even if it is centralized, it's also more efficiently regulated. There's a bunch of civilian traffic going here. A lot of them are just moon hopping. Are you going to be okay surrounded by so many Asari? It can be overwhelming. The constant suspicion that they're reading your mind. The looks. And of course, the way they dress is very provocative. I don't know what kind of background you have. I'm assuming it's fairly straight-laced.
I was feeling a little bit better about it before you mentioned all of that stuff, but
Oh.
I'll be good.
Yeah, Mum's there.
Wait, did you say Mum's there or Mum's net?
I'm there.
Oh, okay, thank God. Well, hopefully there'll be some time for you to do a bit of sightseeing and exploring.
Are we like in military dress, try to make a good presentation, or just low key try to not reveal we're Sidewinders before the thing?
Well, I would say two, but I don't think there's much chance of that. Play it by ear. Certainly don't get too liquored up and do anything terribly embarrassing, but try to have fun. You're not here to work, just... Surely you've been to military ceremonies before. Illustrious commendations, that sort of things, inductions, graduations.
They didn't really have that for the commando training.
No, of course. Commando training. I thought you were a cop.
Pause. You got a copy of my service record, right?
Yeah. Didn't know you'd been in the Asari Commandos, though.
Not for lack of trying.
Was it you tried to get the mini Asari Commandos?
Yeah, my response is going to be, ha, booze.
Yeah, we had it combined up on Thessia where we didn't win, but we didn't lose. Well, they had to stop us from detonating a bomb. Didn't work out. They beat the 10 kinds of hell out of us, but we got the bomb off.
Well, that's the objective there. I'm guessing, knowing Asari Commandos, they engaged too much time in trying to best the opponent's team and lost sight of their objective.
Yeah,
A common flaw.
they tried to chase us all down and defeat each and every one instead of holding the objective.
That is a common flaw. You're not too stressed out about this, are you?
No, sure. I mean, I don't have to do any of the talking. That's Tiala, and you have got that right. Oh, right. She said you wrote her a speech.
Yeah, if I can swing it, I won't be there. Or rather, I will be there, watching.
You realize that as the leader of the Sidewinders, they're going to want to put you front and center, right?
I want to put Tiala front and center. She's the local girl, made good. Former criminal, now savior of the artifact. That should blind most of them to needing me there. I'll be a distraction from that message. This is more of an opportunity for powerful political figures to use us. And after all, it's not going to be that big a deal.
Yeah, sure.
It'll be a small little thing.
Yeah,
Tiny
yeah,
wee thing.
little. Yeah, yeah.
Is it flying into the ground? And you see this fanfare starting to go off. Little one. Take off.
Trish, clear us a landing zone. Oh my. Trish, that stunned us.
Just pipe up that the Asari First Fleet is present.
Isn't it always here?
It is usually around the main Asari nations, but it's not
There you go.
always
There you
in the
go.
home world.
Anyway, it'll be a small little thing. It's not going to. I think Tiala's a bit excited about things. Not necessarily looking forward to it, but this is a stressful event for her. I think maybe it's expanded in her mind. This will be a small little affair, just a few notables. I'm actually surprised the Alliance Brass hasn't reached out to try and exploit you somehow. Come to think of it, they'll probably want you back, and I can't afford a bidding war. Don't tell them that.
Right. Certainly.
I check my account and look really sad. Not that you can see me.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Rosa, still eyes forward, making the ship do the wipeout.
You fly the Sentinel like a gunship.
That's what I have the most practice flying.
Good to know. Note to self. Look into buying a gunship.
What? That's only just come up now?
Well, once we have a frigate, we could probably have little gunship, like one-man gunships, a la Mass Effect 2, that we can fly down. Then you can become a massive target for someone who knows how to hide behind crates you can't destroy for no reason.
Burst, the Invincibiliums arrived. Leave it on the docks.
You've been,
And back to you guys. Sorry, I figured we might as well do some stuff since they came up conveniently and you stopped talking.
you were basically on approach.
Well, we don't know.
Logan's gonna...
No one's told us yet.
Yes.
So we're still playing. They're still playing cards, and I'm still.
You will get a notification when we start crossing Atmo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, so that's about to start coming up. So you're basically about to breach the upper atmosphere in the next few seconds.
This is your pilot speaking. We'll be crossing into Atmo in about 20 seconds. Maybe a slight buffet.
Right.
Or is it buffet? Yeah, clicks off, cancelling. Or is it buffet?
Buffett was a singer.
Huh.
Jimmy Buffett.
So it's buffet.
Buffeting is what happens when air currents meet the hull of a ship. Buffet is an array of food.
They're all spelt the same.
I was just going to wait a little bit longer going, they're all spelt the same. Because why would humans ever do anything logically?
No, Rose is actually just going to be sitting there going, fucking translator.
Yeah. Right. We'll pick these up so they don't get thrown around the ship. So pick that up. Put the cards away. You might want to buckle in.
They buckle in.
Or come forward.
I will actually point out, Shannon, you don't need the translator. I'm speaking human to you.
Oh.
Did she notice?
Did you notice, though?
No, she probably would have assumed that was a problem with the translator. It's just like... Because otherwise she would think Logan knows super lots about humanity. Like,
Well, I'm glad you made
crazy.
that wrong assumption.
I mean, I
Hey,
don't
I got my
actually
sheet
know
on direction.
anymore if there's any way of telling the difference.
Well, that's
the
the-
translator's automated, so...
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Not a lot of races are speaking the same thing. The translators are just that fucking good.
I would actually point out that they seem to need to be activated on the other party's side because there's been a couple of times when there's a guy over there speaking Batarian, and you guys haven't been able to understand it. So they've clearly not got, where our translators are. They're clearly on the client, on the server side, not the client side.
Oh.
That being said, I also speak Batarian, so that was bullshit.
Yep, so I'll come forward and take a
Old
seat.
man, welcome. You ready?
Yep, they're all ready in the back.
You feeling relaxed?
I'm fine.
Did you have fun?
I did.
Really? Genuinely? Or do you just think you were having fun?
Is there a difference?
No. Well, one conceals a deep, infinite sadness.
Oh.
Which one?
They're really having fun.
Do I look like a philosopher to you?
Some days.
Perhaps I should grow myself a sagacious beard.
I was just thinking, shimmer, toga, olive laurels over there.
That will also get a pause out of Rhoda because she's like, I thought humans were the only ones that could grow hair. Can a Turian grow hair?
No,
The
a
name
Turing.
below changes from Centurious to Centurious, except the U's of these.
Confucius.
Well, it's not that hard to understand. Are your speech ready?
Yes, I as said. I had to read over your one. It'll be perfect. Just added a couple of little things to it, but
So it wasn't perfect.
There we go.
no.
Thank you.
Sorry, we've been arguing on the semantics of words.
It didn't. I had to bless the goddess in the end, so I added that at least.
Well, I intended it to be a framework for you to bolt your own culture.
I realise that. That's why I did.
About that other matter we were discussing, I think the human, yes, but we'll have to hold off on the Quarian.
Well, when do you want to inform them?
After.
All right.
Fighter escort joining us.
Oh God, no.
It's the pirates. Look. If we are going to have been approached by fighters, I would like to have had a chance to notify Loghain about that because that seems like something that I would have worried about. You know, like beep beep.
Well, that's why Trish she was detected it and then immediately just
Straight away.
yeah.
Incoming fighter squadron. Please identify self.
Hello, we've been sent by the Thessian High Command in order to escort you in safely.
Okay. Immediately, red alert, shields up. They did not provide their call sign or squadron their fate. Get ready to blow them out of the air.
If they had come up on our 6, straight into evasive maneuvers.
Well, that's because their info comes through on your terminal.
Oh, well.
They're not saying it aloud, but
It's still part of the courtesy to identify yourself. You worked with fighter jobs, you know they're bullshit. I never did. No, I actually didn't. No fighters where I was.
Well, they were, but they were just on the bottom of what you were dealing with.
No. Never worked on a carrier.
No,
Never
I was
worked
talking
at
about the
naval
bottom of the
base.
ocean.
Okay, well, who are they?
they are. Zeta Squadron.
Little Babylon 5 reference.
Maybe.
This Zeta Squadron? So they're actually really good? They're actually, like, really frighteningly good? Okay. I acknowledge with thanks, Zeta Squadron. Let us know if we put a foot wrong.
Looking all good from here. Just follow the coordinates and you should be fine. We'll peel off once you land.
Beep. I keep remembering the command chair. I don't have the overhead button. Beep. That's why I'm doing that. My character's not doing that. I'm just. It's Zeta Squadron. Try and make us look professional and clean.
I still roll out and start
Trish, for the benefit of everyone in the cabin, please give us a little background on Zeta Squadron.
Zeta Squadron has been in charge of Theseus' defences for over 300 years.
So lineage. This is actually a pretty decent honor.
Yes. They don't normally roll out for anyone.
Well, you're not just anyone.
Yes, you're right. You're also not anyone.
No. In fact, sometimes it's hard to tell if I'm even here. Just a smile, then it's gone.
I don't know, this just kind of reminds me of people being eyes on when we left the last planet.
Well, we're great. Can't wait for our reputation to be destroyed somehow in the next 4 hours of gameplay. Maybe 8.
Zalo arrives in system. Allah Akbar!
I don't see I don't see any frigates. Drives into the Destiny Ascension. Right aside. Right through the middle. Yeah.
And then they just get over their guns. Does that mean we just did it?
I just did it with an Asari Dreadnought.
2 weeks fucking scrubbing himself off.
That's fine, you get plenty of soap in prison.
Soap on a rope.
That's just convenient. That's just tactical soap.
Yeah.
I bought some Pope on a rope the other day.
Oh god, I've never seen that once. Yeah, so
Papally sanctioned bath products. They're blessed. I mean, I don't believe, but I think it's hilarious, so I bought one. I call it Pope on a rope.
Pope on a rope.
It's just soap on a rope, but it's,
Really slim.
So there's the landing dock just down below you. You don't even have to roll to land because it's
Yay!
easy and
Because I'm going to remember to do all the things, like putting down the landing gear and not crashing into anything.
That's an important one, that last one.
Not crashing anything. Yeah.
Taken 10, 24, and because it's like flying like a gunship, it won't be the flat land, it's the roll forward.
One of these days I'm going to have to teach you how to do a rocking horse maneuver.
What's that one?
Long line deployment. Look it up in your own time. It's not exactly hard to do, but doing it so that your long line guys land with just the right amount of forces actually requires a good deal of finesse.
your ship is down.
And I'll start cutting off the systems, but its engines are one of the last things to go down, just so if you emergency have to take off, can.
Trish, how many people are outside the ship? In the immediate vicinity.
Ken reads off population.
In the immediate vicinity.
Ken reads off population of this.
I will require a radius
Within the hangar.
within the hangar. 27. Not including the occupants of the ship. I assume that would be redundant.
Yes.
A lot of that's going to be ground crew,
Okay,
right?
you have a point.
Alright.
Some of it will be.
And then over the radio you get good landing, Sentinel, peeling off.
Clear cop. Beep. Clear copy, Zeta Squadron. Clear skies. That could have been me. Well, not in those ships, but I could have been a fighter pilot, you know. But I'm too big.
How would you fit your ego in the helmet walking out?
I don't know. I manage usually.
Because he's still sitting there and in his technical cloak because he hasn't said he dropped it.
No, I have to. It doesn't laugh. But listen, I'm going to say, I don't know. I usually do. Then I'm going to go.
Well, couldn't you just like CA8 yourself, kind of thing, into a suit with wings and be a fighter plane, like a stealth jet?
Give me time.
Kids have those cool, like, vertical fighters, too, where you like, get in them so that...
They remind me of a G.I. Joe vehicle that I think you could get that came with Destro. It was this vertical thing with like fans on the side. Pretty cool.
I was also kind of picturing that guy from Centurions that had missiles on his wrists and the wing backpack.
You know, the cool one.
Ace, I think.
Because of course it was.
Alright.